Welcome back to Dum-Dums and Dragons, where improvisers who've never roleplayed before journey into the world of Dungeons and Dragons. I am the Grand Wizard Bukake, your host. Our hero's convoy has been ambushed inside Treesbury. Juniper is battling 2 mercenaries in the first wagon. Quinny threw the enemy commander out of a second-story window, and Butthole made himself a shining golden distraction. Can the convoy survive a zombie assault long enough for our heroes to save them? Find out next on Dum-Dums and Dragons.
The Dum-Dums are engaged in furious combat with the Happy Meal, an elite squad of kind of irregularly armed and capability-ridden orcs who have ambushed you in the town of Treesbury as you try and desperately get the wagon train of food and townspeople from Quinny's hometown of Cornucopia, town of Plenty, back to your new home of the Fortress of Forlorn Hope before the fortress starves and all of your old friends and family are murdered by zombies. So, having a bit of a day. It's the top of the round. It is your turn, Quinny. You are currently in the second floor of the saloon, having just knocked the Warchief and Phantom, the sniper, out of the window into the mob below. What do you do?
I'm at the window. I'm looking to see Ginny still working on the door. Okay, so she needs more time or help. But the zombies now attacking. They've now come into contact with the convoy, so that means that Butthole needs to be able to repel them. I see he's fighting 3, 4.
You have, two people directly, and one guy outside the building is magicking me.
What's the distance from my building over to that one?
It's the width of kind of the central town. So,
okay, so that's
probably, I'd say more 60 feet than 30 feet, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no.
So 60 feet, fuck it. We'll just say that.
Okay then. We've talked about this maneuver a couple times, but I take a few steps back from the window and I Scott Pilgrim leap out of it, going as far as I can before I hit the ground, and then casting Misty Step to take me another 30.
Great.
To get me into the fray. To hopefully free up Butthole and let him do what he needs to do. So I'm trying to get to Butthole's melee combat.
Oh, I'm sorry. To get to Butthole's melee combat, just your jump will do it. I thought you wanted to get to Grum on the far side. No, to just jump down and
I thought
get
he was on the far side because the general store, the side that he's on, and the saloon were across.
Yeah, I'm closer than the general store because I didn't go into it. He thought you were trying to get the cleric inside the building.
My bad. Okay.
Yeah. So you're able to get there just in your leap.
I will reclaim my 1 remaining spell slot.
You're welcome.
We're back to 50% spell slots, baby. So then I will just leap, summoning forth the breach of contract, and Troy style Achilles, just trying to slice it into that neck on my way down. On who are you fighting there, Ryan?
He's got one guy who's almost dead, who's on fire. Sorry, Ryan. I cut
no, let's go for it.
There's the one guy who's almost dead, who's on fire, and then there's the big dude, half mask, who has fart holes facsimile hammer.
Let's go for big dude if he's looking hardier.
He surely is.
Yeah, I mean the fire might even finish this other guy off. So
let's
go in for that attack. He's engaged. Do I have advantage then?
You sure do, sir.
Awesome. Love to hear it. Thank you very much. I love to hear it almost as much as I love to ask it. 16 plus 12. God, I love that this is a magic weapon. 28 to hit.
Why, yes.
Okay. Oh, good numbers. 10. 18. Plus 3. 21. Plus 7. 28 damage on the first attack. And then with Thirsting Blade, we're going in again. No sneak attack on this, but every little bit that we can do here. That's a nat 20.
Yay!
Tell me how half mask dies.
Oh,
you can roll
okay.
your damage though. I know you like it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
How
No,
much
go for it.
damage, Tyler?
It's not as many dice, but I do like rolling it. 4 and a 1, so 5, and then 4 and a 6, 10, so 15 plus 7, 17 as the
12,
15
22?
plus 7 is 22.
Thank you. Sorry. I was just doing 15 plus. Never mind. I think he is so worked up. You know what I mean? Like he seems like a really intense guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what happens is I come in and I plunge my blade deep into his neck and I raise it up for the other strike. And as I bring it in again, he's such a keyed up, high stress individual that his blood just ruptures out like a geyser, just kind of like he was a balloon being popped. Or I'm like shocked. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And he's a corpse. But I'm surprised at how much tension he had. He was holding tension in his shoulders. You know what I mean? And I released that tension.
Really loved that hammer.
Yeah. He seemed really intense. And so I think that
holding so
contributed.
much tension in his cardiovascular system.
Well, the good news is he's pretty relaxed now. As he kind of slumps over, and you just kind of ride him to the ground.
As I do, yeah.
Looking at him kind of in horror.
Yeah.
But having like overkilled him in a pretty brutal way. Cool. All right, that's a thing that just happened to a man. The guy facing off against Juniper. Unless Quinny, do you have any other? I feel like that's all your stuff, but
just about. Yeah, I think maybe I would just say to Butthole, I think he knows the score, but I would just be like, you got to get rid of those zombies.
Okay, he says, fighting off the guy who's trying to stab him while a magical sword made by a balloon animal stabs him in the side.
Yep. We cut to Strong Boris. Strong Boris looks at you, Juniper, and kind of like tilts his helmet as blood rolls down his chest and just says, "If it were up to Strong Boris would probably not keep fighting you. You stab very well. Unfortunately, it's up to him." And the Warchief just kind of nods, and he takes 2 big old swings. Big old swings.
It's AC 24 now, by the way.
AC 24.
Nice.
Yeah, neither of those will hit at AC 24. And is that because of your smiting?
Because I transferred the Blade of Walls. It's a +3, so I can actually, before I attack the first time, I can decide to transfer some or all of that bonus to my AC instead of using it for the attack.
Amazing, cool. So
I did.
So he just like swings down both times, and although you're not raising the blade with the strength you would normally need to like shear his weapon strikes away, his blade like blasts off of yours like he's fighting at medieval times, like just full like big back swings, and he looks so confused. Like through the mask, you can just tell like he's like checking the haft, like tennis players do, where they like check the face of the racket, like that will somehow make a difference. Yeah, like oh yeah, they got through here, I guess. He does not understand why his weapons are betraying him in this way. And honestly, he doesn't really have anything else he can do. So that's kind of that.
Strong Boris, you can just stop and like join us. We're gonna defeat these fuckers.
Strong Boris disagrees. Bringing us to...
You just said you didn't want to... Anyway.
He meant he would just go kill the civilians instead, not you. It's easier. It wasn't like, I see that you... this is the wrong cause. He was just like, this is the hard job. I want the easy job, but...
Well, then, fuck you.
Yeah, definitely.
It's what your friend said is true. Butthole, speaking of that friend who told him fuck you a while ago, you've got the Flaming Man and the Balloon Sword. What do you do?
Butthole just snatches, like he's got his shield in one hand, his sword in the other, and he blocks a strike, and he just throws a punch with his right hand, but instead of it going from his hand, he actually pulls it, and a golden hammer hand just flies out of his hand in a bonus action to punch this guy in the face. because we're seeing some new butthole powers in ways that are surprising even him in terms of his spiritual weapons. So that will be at level here. That's good. So let's see what damage that does. So it's a bonus action, so it doesn't cost me anything, and it is pretty effective on the swing front. Let's see what I get. That's a 26 to hit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. And that will be for a total of 16 force damage.
16 force damage to the guy who's on fire?
Yeah, the guy who's still engaged with me.
Yeah. His head just fucking implodes as you punch through that flying hammer.
Oh, yeah, me hammer, he yells. And then he's just going to turn and dash to the middle of the convoy where he can cover as much of it as possible. So it's for anyone within 30 feet of him in terms of the undead. He just raises his hammer and says, "Hell no!" And he flexes, and a giant golden version of him swoops up out of his body and then slams back down, and golden light sprays out all around him. So every undead within 30 feet of him has to make a DC 18 will save.
Yep.
Wisdom?
Or wisdom. Did the book
I
say
did
that?
it! I've infected you!
Yeah, you did.
Unlimited power!
You did it. You got me.
Yay!
And you said DC 17?
DC 18.
18.
Well, that does change things somewhat. All right. All but kind of one, and I'm treating these zombies kind of as like, I'm using the zombie stats, but please do assume they're like a small clump of them.
Yeah.
For numbers reasons, because it got slightly jacked zombie stats. Most of them get blown away, but there's a particularly hardy trio that's still harassing the middle cart. You get the sense they're fresher. They seem to be the Treesbury trio. So they're zombies that are much fresher and are still fighting away. But you generally have cleared the most immediate zombies, almost to the tree line. You can still hear moans coming from the trees, and Crendon from the back just yells, "Thanks, boss! More coming!" And you can hear the sound of horns in the distance as more herders begin to move.
Okay,
No.
cool, Crendon, but I kind of don't have another one of those, so we're going to have to get creative.
I get it. I was just giving you the forecast, cloudy with a chance of zombies is all.
Okay, you're kind of funny. I'm going to promote you if we get out of this.
Thanks. It's nice to be fighting with
Kind of
good people
funny.
again. Also, I really hated my brother. We'll talk about this later. All right. That brings us. So, Butthole, you've done that. Is there anything else you want to do this round?
I'm assuming I had to move to be able to hit the zombie blast, right? In which case I'm out. Otherwise, he would just dive into those three zombies in the middle group to make a big distraction of himself. Like literally move into engagement range.
Sure.
Just to
I
be
think it'd be safe to say you could have done both. Like you step
Cool,
in,
yeah.
like you kind of wade in, blast it, and then the three remaining ones you can just kind of sidestep toward.
Yeah, so he's just tussling with them now. No attacks. Literally, it's that like kill a guy, sprint into someone else to save a farmer.
Gotcha.
Save a farmer, ride a cowboy.
Juniper.
Well, I need to get these guys fucking off of me so I can go help the convoy. So I say, fuck my AC. We're gonna use all that bonus. And
I should point out I missed the Warchief on, so he'll be up soon. So he's still there with you. Just don't forget as you pick your attacks.
okay.
Mhm.
Can I still attack him though?
You can, yes, yeah. Sorry, I
Just
mostly
hasn't
meant
taken his
like
turn.
you have the.
So if I
you've
kill him now,
got- then he doesn't get a turn. Yes, what I'm saying is you have strong Boris and a Warchief.
He just
So-
meant that one didn't disappear, is all he was saying.
oh, I get it. I wasn't tracking initiative order, Tom. That's-
Apparently, neither was I. So it's cool. We're all in the same boat.
Yay. All right. I'm gonna go for the Warchief again first. I'm still gonna try to take a swing at both of them. So I'll do Warchief first and then at fucko. what's his name? Strong Boris.
Strong
All right.
Boris.
God
It's the
damn.
Boris who is strong.
16 to hit?
The Warchief?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, thank God. All right. So I will Divine Smite the shit out of that as well.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So that's going to be 7 slashing damage. Ooh, not as good there. Yikes. And only 7 radiant damage for 14 total. And then I'll take a slash at Boris. I think I'm just sick of him talking. He's confusing, so I'll go right for the mouth. That's an 18 to hit.
Boris, yes.
Yeah. And that is, ooh, nice. 11 slashing damage plus 8 radiant damage.
Sorry, you said 11 plus 8, so 19 total?
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, 19 total.
All right.
Sorry for I'm making you do math constantly.
No, that's totally fine. I just need to
Apologies.
double check because I'm tracking HP and such, as you do.
What?
You strike him soundly, and having just told him to go fuck himself, you do exactly that by slashing him the other way. But this time the blade cuts true, and you feel it kind of give way on the way out, which is always a pretty murdery sign. And he just like kind of stumbles back and raises his axe up over his head, and then just kind of slumps to his knees. And he tries to swing it, but it just kind of hits off one of the armored wheels, and he slumps down next to you. Strong no more. Warchief.
Yes.
He
This is fine.
just says, "You destroyed Strong Boris. Impressive." And he is going to go ahead with his great axe swings, which are no longer at advantage. So there's that at least.
Well, that's nice.
Oh, baby, double 19s. Again, just hitting those 400s. 400, 1 in 400 chances.
Hell.
All right, so that is looking for dice. Found the dice. Ay. 30 points of damage as he just goes to town, avenging his fallen pal, Strong
Fucking
Boris.
hell. Okay. Okay.
He as he's like raining down blows, he just says,
They can bleed like anyone else. Keep up the effort and don't forget to include their toy or small book.
as he continues his strikes. Bringing us to, so Juniper went, Ginny. Ginny gets the next switch, so she's able to get it mostly working. Quinny, you feel like she's got to flick one more for it to be able to get that up. And then Phantom, who didn't go last round because I forgot about him, gets up, just kind of looks around, and you just hear him say, "Anybody got eyes on my crossbow? I need my crossbow." So you're going to roll perception to see if he sees his crossbow. He doesn't. So he proceeds to Velma his way through the combat, looking for his crossbow, like crawling under carts, like dodging zombies, like a guy explodes. And he's committed to finding that weapon wherever he can. All right. You killed that guy. Killed that other guy. It's time for Grum. Grum yells, "Don't worry, I've got heals for," and then he looks up and just watches Butthole punch through the guy's head. And he says, more spells for me. And then he tries to hit you with his foam sword, Ryan.
Okay.
He misses. So the sword like floats after you and takes its swing and just bops one of the carts kind of ineffectively. And then he turns and he looks at one of the peasants who is protecting one of the front carts, and he says, "Hey, you! stab your friend. And he's going to attempt to cast. That's bad news for the halfling.
Counterspell.
You have counterspell?
I do.
Hot shit.
Nice.
All right. So he yells it, and Quinny, you see one of the brothers just like turn to his brother, like tears in his eyes, with the knife up, and he just like in a trembling voice says, "Oh hey, I'm sorry, bro." And then right before he like jabs in, you throw the counter spell. He just drops the blade.
Yep. I just say, nope, and I snap my fingers. That's the cast for counterspell.
Yes.
Great.
Nope.
And Grum like looks at his hands, and he looks to the carts, and then he kind of scans for you, but he's looking for another like squishy wizard in a robe. And he just mutters to himself, "The power." He's really taken aback and impressed. Okay, who's left? Yeah, that was him. Okay, the zombies. There are only 3. Butthole, you're in there with them.
Yep.
I think based on the way you're describing it, I think they'll have to attack you. I was going to roll to see who they go after, but given that you're literally just entangling yourself, like a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing butthole, there's really only one target. What's your AC?
23.
23. I rolled a 19, so remarkably they will hit, and that is 8 points of damage.
Alrighty.
I think it's less that they're good at hitting and more that because you're just trying to stop other people from getting hurt, you're just like jamming appendages into their mouths and just generally you're fucked up. Top of the round, Quinny, you've just managed to save the brothers Greybeard from a truly horrific fate. What do you do?
I got to make my way up and finish this guy off. He's causing problems for my people. Am I able to just kind of vault up through the middle hole of this?
He's dropped to the floor. So
he's dropped down?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay.
He's in perfect stabbing distance for
perfect.
Quinny.
Yeah, I just turn around and I'm going to go to town on him.
Okay, go ahead.
Leap through a window, perhaps, for a dramatic entrance.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I'm outside and he's inside. Yeah, I'll Scott Pilgrim through a window as we've been describing. Yeah.
Honestly, it's a
Out of
perfect.
one
If you
and
don't know
into
what we're
another.
talking about, go look it up. It's perfect, and it means what we mean it means.
That was a 1, so I re-rolled that. 26 to hit.
Yes, that will hit.
Hello, Luna. Oh shit! I dropped a die.
There's
Luna.
a cat. He dropped a dice.
He really did roll a 1.
Fucking just walking on my keyboard too. Go away.
Bye, Luna.
Oh yeah, double 6s. So 12 plus 7.
19.
Yeah, 19 damage, and then Thirsting Blade lets me attack again. 9 plus 7 to hit, or 9 plus 12 to hit.
It's 21.
21.
Fuck you.
He's wearing robes. You're good.
Right, okay. Oh. 3 plus 7, 10 damage.
All right. You Scott Pilgrim your way in. Just come up like blade through the gut. And his little like power fingers clench. Almost in like a Wallace and Gromit like happy cheese is happening fists. And his eyes go wide, and he kind of like looks you up and down. He says, "Ow, no robe." And then he'll fall sideways off your blade, dead. Looking
I
for
didn't
the
know him,
wrong
so I
wizard.
was just kind of like, I don't know what that means. Just scanning the caravan for what needs doing next.
Right. So remaining threats, you've got a small pack of zombies. The Butthole is literally just like standing in the middle of. Juniper is still engaged with the Warchief. Phantom is looking for his crossbow. Everyone else has been sorted.
Okay.
There are more zombies coming.
Yep. I mean, I've done everything I can this turn, so I'm just in that building.
Gotcha. Bring us the Warchief. Things are going badly. He's now having that moment of, the platoon moment of like looking around, watching all your guys get cut down.
As he's looking around, I would like to just like, as Moss, kind of like almost like do a little lean with the sword in my hand, just kind of casual, like, well, you're rat and truly fucked.
And he nods at you, says, you're right. And he reaches for the conch shell, and you can take an attack of opportunity, but he kind of lets his sword down. Go ahead.
Fuck yeah.
Please kill him. Please
I'm going to try. I want to do right through the fucking
He's going to call in a fucking air strike through his conch radio or some shit.
Yeah.
AC 130.
That's 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. And I'll divine smite that fucking shit.
Yep. Excellent choice.
Everything
I'm
you've
gonna
got.
divine smite at level 2.
Fuck yeah.
So that's 7 slashing damage. Got 10, 18 radiant, so 25 total damage.
Very nice. You cut deep into him, and you see like blood spurt against the back of the happy mask, given just a proper Rorschach Watchman treatment. I'm gonna let him roll a save on this. He stumbles back, still with some HP, I should add. Puts the shell to his ear and just says, fuck it, Nage, do whatever you want. And then he kind of drops to one knee, and just kind of like looks up at you and says, thanks for the advice.
Well,
bringing us to Butthole.
I'm fighting zombies, man. There's not a whole lot of options here. I ain't hearing this shit. I don't know what's going on. It's just me swinging at zombies. So let's see what happens. This is he can summon his spiritual hammer over to help as well. So he just like he's battling away, raises a hand towards it, just pulls towards himself with his shield hand, and it'll just fly in and take its shot. So it hits the zombies with a 15.
Yes, that'll hit.
Great, and that one will do. Does a 12 force damage?
12 force damage to the zombies?
Yeah.
All right. Yes. So the zombies are still up, but very badly damaged.
Great. Well, it's time for Butthole to add to the party here. So he's going to take his swings here. Goblin Jr. comes out of the convoy because we're not in a land of like incredibly dangerous explosives anymore. So he'll be able to give him the assist here, just taking a zombie out at the knees as he lines up his hammer shot. So that will be a 22 to hit.
Hits.
And this is a supercharge. This is the haymaker swing of hammer swings because it's his swing. Plus, he gets to add 2d8 radiant damage from being Moonhammer fueled. Plus, Moonlight Bringer does an extra 1d6 to undead. So he is doing 19 damage, 10 of which is radiant, and 4 is the additional undead damage. So 19 total.
Great. As you righteously swing the hammer through, as it touches the zombies with radiant energy, they burst in bright explosions of light before just blipping out of existence. You swing through, and before you is nothing but trees. Behind you, some very relieved villagers, but near you, some continuing combat. What do you do?
If he could, he would dash over to try to like throw himself on Phantom or like wrestle. I don't know what he can do, but it's just like
you can do that. I mean, I'd even say you could probably just coup de grace Phantom if you want. He's literally crawling around under carts. If you saw him, you could just like. Pop.
No, he's gonna kill civilians. Fuck him. No, fuck him. Yeah, this is just a quick like through them all. and then he just looks down and it's swinging it up and over and just smushing Phantom.
As the hammer comes down, a shadow falls across Phantom's features as he smiles and says, "My crossbow!" And then his head just pops like a grip. Cool.
Can I take his crossbow?
Yeah.
Great. He's going to put that in his bag of holding really quickly, and he's going to think to himself that that'll be a nice gift for Ginny. That's a good gift from an uncle.
Truly. Juniper, the Warchief he's still up. He's still got some HP. You got him pretty fucking close, but he's hanging in there. But he's clearly looking kind of injured. What do you do?
I just kill him. I just try. Juniper has a moment where she's like, well, I should probably like talk to him and see if he'll like tell me that he meant when he, said to whatever Chickless and Age that he can do what he wants. But I mean, experience has taught me that's just going to be a waste of time. So
Quick question from the peanut gallery. Do you go in with your sword or do you just pop a gun and gun him the fuck down?
No, because he's got I imagine he's got like the conch to his mouth. Yeah. I think what I want to do is basically just a slash kind of right across and just get the conch and the end of his head.
Oh, damn.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right.
In one blow.
You can have advantage because, again, he's no longer actively opposing you.
Oh, that's nice.
At this point, you're basically playing gruesome T-ball.
Right. Well, that's going to be 29 to hit.
As I said, T-ball.
That's only on the first hit, by the way. So that will do. That's going to do 15 damage.
Yep.
7 of which is radiant. And if he's still standing, I'm just going to...
He's rough, but he's still up.
Then we'll just, once more, just... Just kind of die already. And that'll be a 26 to hit.
Yep, that'll do it. You can explain how this goes. He's got nothing left. He's got like 4 HP left.
I imagine like the first... I'd like to imagine like the first one just kind of just doesn't quite go all the way through. So it's like he's got a slash down his face. The conch is broken. And he's just... I mean, I don't know what his response is, but I think with absolutely zero pity whatsoever, Juniper just like performs another execution. And I think she just lops his head right off.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think he responds. I think there's that moment of warrior in a movie who didn't think they could die, like checking his jaw as you've like the first time you slashed into him, and just kind of realizing how deep that is. Looking at the shards of the conch in his hand, and then just kind of like looks up at you, and the blade comes through, head comes off. Thus ended the reign of the Happy Meal. So
stupid name.
with his death, you have decimated the squadron. Ginny quickly runs to the other end of the gate, clicks it, just like turns around and gives everyone a big double thumbs up, and then realizes that no one can see her and like awkwardly like kind of like swears a bit and like takes the ring off, gives the double thumbs up, puts the ring back on. She hasn't quite got the swing of being invisible yet, but she's working on it. But with a groan, the gate begins to rise. The civilians have managed to like patch up what they can, but some supplies have definitely been lost in the battle. But having faced down this threat, the convoy is ready to move. That said, only one of you is aware that that this call went in. Juniper, do you tell everyone?
Oh yeah. No. Can I use my thaumaturgical cell phone again?
With
I
everyone
have-
around you,
I have to turn it on because it's not actually like you have your own cell phone. It's literally like when Butthole wants, he can emphasize a voice to you and your voice to him. But it's very much, it's a cell phone you only have when he gives it to you. You don't have one right now.
I look around. Butthole?
Oh, yeah, what's
Butthole?
going on? All right, so I think
Butthole?
all the people are alive, but we lost some stuff. So we got to keep this moving.
Yeah, and we've got a checklist Nage coming, I think, or about to do something.
Wait, why do you think that?
Because this fucker that I just killed conched to checklist Nage.
Wait, so we put a call in? Do you have the thing that he made the call with so we could maybe negotiate?
Nope, perhaps we can use some sort of adhesive to repair
that's
it, but
not
I
how-
doubt that's a possibility at this point. But he said to Chickless Nage that he can do whatever he wants or something to that effect. So
Okay, do you have a
it's-
ranged weapon?
I do.
Okay, congratulations. You're front of Convoy ranged weapons. Quinny, oh, there you are. Okay.
Yeah.
We got a mage coming for us. Same guy that set people on fire with an owl. So how do you feel about sitting up top, maybe in the midst of the convoy with your bow or something in case you see an owl?
Yeah, sounds good. Hey, I'm tapped out for any kind of major spells, just FYI. We're going to be counting on you two for magical punching, okay? I can only
Okay,
do
cool.
small time stuff.
I don't have my undead exploding thing anymore, but I do have making a swirling wall of hammers I can run around inside of. So we're not completely tapped out on zombie
Okay.
front.
Let's just get this thing moving then. Maybe we can outrun them.
Okay, cool. Yep, let's just let's keep it moving fast. So Juniper, keep an eye on front. Quinny, you're in the mid. Sit up on a rooftop or something. I'll go in the back because I can throw a spiritual hammer if I have to. And we didn't come up with the whistle, did we? And he just like thaumaturgies loudly like brr, 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 brr.
and Goblin Jr. just goes, snarf, snarf! And immediately everyone starts moving.
Is that a fart?
Oh, I was a little bit, but I was really. He looks at
He's
us.
trying
He's
to
like,
get
I was just
Ginny.
trying to summon Ginny, but I don't know what. I guess I just yelled her name. We'll figure this out. Ginny.
And Ginny kind of runs back. She's like, hey, I got the gate going. What's the holdup?
Okay, great. I got this crossbow for you. It's really nice. He gives it to her. He's like, I stole it from a dead sniper. Okay, now I need you to sit at the back of this convoy with me and shoot any owls you can see, or we all die in a fire.
And her eyes go wide. She says, you mean like that one? At which point the fire begins to rain.
This episode of Dum-Dums and Dragons features the voices of Ryan LaPlante at the Ryan LaPlante on Twitter, Tyler Hewitt at Tyler_Hewitt on Twitter, Laura Elizabeth at EL Hamstring on Twitter, and our DM Tom McGee at McGeeTD on Twitter. This episode's sound was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Dum-Dums and Dragons logo is by Decapitated Markers at Decapitated Marker on Twitter. Our theme songs are And Now for That Massive Coronary and Skipping Through the Orchestra Pit Part 1 by Peter Gresser, and our ad music is No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, all available at freemusicarchive.org. When it comes to Dum-Dums and Dice, you can visit our website at dumdumdice.com. Our Twitter and Instagram are at dumdumdice, and on Facebook at facebook.com/dumdumdice. But most importantly, we've got merchandise at redbubble.com/people/dumdumdice, or you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/dumdumdice. That's DUMBDICE. And tune in next week for more Dum-Dums and Dragons. Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time. The Half-Blind Prophet, Christopher Little, Sue One, George Dolby, Lord Abradovic, Orion Birchfield, Scott Garland, Benjamin V, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Cade Peters, Richard Cranium, Anna Zed, Logan, Fire Unfriendly, Acrix, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Austin Nut Powers Fry, Stabby Stranger, Roman Brown, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.